through the roof, bro. So I remember it was like Sunday, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So like that same exact Sunday, bro, I was sitting on a couch, bro, and I knew I had to express my feelings for her because my feelings for her started growing immensely. Like I had a plethora of emotions directed to her, bro. Like it was just so good but bad at the same time because I couldn't do anything else. Like I would go to sleep thinking about her. I would wake up thinking about her. During the day I would think about her. I would play fucking basketball and I would think about her, bro. Like that as you know them little breaks you be having during basketball. I would go grab my phone and text her because I loved her. You know what I mean? So that Sunday I had to say this shit. Like I'm sitting down on the couch and I was like, yo, babe, like I really gotta tell you something. And she was just like, what? And I was like, don't, like, I really gotta tell you. And she was like, tell me, babe, tell me. I'm texting her on Kink, right? And then she reading my messages fast. And I'm just like, yo, babe, I've been holding this in for a minute now, but I really honestly think, like, I think I love you. I love you. So she takes some time to respond. She read it, and like me, my heart dropped, bro. I'm just like, damn, what the fuck did I say that? What the fuck? She's supposed to say I love you too by now. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, I'm panicking, bro. I was like, damn, I fucked up. She's gonna break up with me. She's gonna think I'm moving too fast. Like, I don't know what's going on. This and that. And I see her typing. I'm like, she's like, OMG. And she put the monkey with the eyes like this. And I was just like, okay, that's good, but like, does she love me back? You know what I mean? So then she called me. She's like, so then she texts me. Well, she texts me. She's just like, Ruslan, I love you too. Yeah! I was so fucking happy. I was like, yes, 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 yes. I was so fucking happy. I was like, yes, she loves me too. She loves me. Yes, she loves me now. She loves me. 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 I was so fucking happy. I was so happy, bro, that she called me. She was like, Ruslan, how long you been feeling like that? And I was like, I don't know. I've been feeling like that for the longest. Like, wait, you love me too? She's like, yes, I love you. And I was like, wait, I love you too. And she was like, wait, I love you. And I was like, no, I love you. And she was like, no, Rizlin, I love you more than anything. And I was like, no, I love you more than anything. Because we were just going back at it. Like, we were just, like, in love, bro. Like, I wanted to use it so much. Like, I remember the first night, it felt so good. Like, after I told her that day, every single time when I text her, I love her. Like, not, like, every single night before we went to sleep, I would text her. I'd be like, yo, good night, babe. I love you. And she'd be like, I love you too, babe. Because sometimes we wouldn't get on the phone because, like, you know, shit, right? So that shit felt so fucking good. I thought to myself, like, this is gonna be the girl of my fucking life. I'm gonna have kids with her. I'm gonna be married. We're gonna have a car, a family, and she's gonna be my number one. But I was wrong, right? So things started taking a really really violent turn. Like, you know, as the summer was like progressing, like things started getting bad because like we really didn't see each other, and I kept trying to plan something with her, kept trying to tell her, like, my mom gave me like $100 so I could, like, you know, take her out or do something, you know. But every single time I tried to plan something with her, like, she always had an excuse on why she couldn't come, but she was always going to like parties and wild for the night and all this different shit, but she never had time to go nowhere with me. And I was just like, I was in a bad place. And around that time I was best friends with like Malik. We still cool, but we're not, you know, as close as before. And you know how niggas is, it don't really matter. Like, you don't really lose the touch you got with your homeboy. So I was talking to Malik every single day. We was like on the phone and shit, was like chopped up. And I was like, yo, bro, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, she was going to parties, so she always got a reason why she can't go nowhere with me. Like, what's going on, bro? You just like, man, I don't know, bro. But like, he just giving me advice, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, bro, like, what's going on? Like, everything was so good, and we can't go nowhere. Like, the whole summer we never saw each other at all, bro. Like, the communication started dying. Like, we barely talking now, and like, that shit was hurting me because I liked her so much, bro. Like, I liked her so fucking much. And like, when she started taking longer to respond, and she was going to parties, and like, and she didn't want to go nowhere when I invited her, she always had a reason why she couldn't go. Like, I was like heartbroken, bro. Like, I was already heartbroken. And something happened like one day, bro. Like, one day my homeboy Nick, he a rapper, and he asked, because I used to rap for real at that time, but now I just like be playing around like on some comedy shit. And he told me, like, do you want to go to the studio? I'm like, yeah, sure. So he comes over. He's about to come over, right? He texts me he on his way and shit. But I'm over here in a bad place. Like, I'm over here down. Like, people asking me what's wrong. And, like, it was just hurting me so bad, bro. Like, and I remember her texting me, like, one morning. And she was just like, yo, Ruslan, I got something to tell you. I'm like, what? And, like, that shit really hurt, bro. Like, when she said those things, bro, like, when she said that, like, I got something to tell you, I already knew it was something bad. And I was just like, fuck my life, bro. Fuck my life. So she was like, I got something to tell you. I'm like, what is it? She's like, promise me you're not gonna get mad and we're still gonna be cool after this. And I'm just like it just hurted me, bro. It hurted me so much. And I'm like, what is it? What is it? What is it? And she was just like, she's like, aren't you going to the studio right now? I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, let me tell you after the studio. I'm like, no, tell me now. Like, what the fuck? Tell me now. Tell me now. And then she was just like, no, I'm going to tell you after the studio. I just don't want you to be mad at me. Just let me know when you get home. I'm going to text you. So Nick actually pulls up to the house. And I open the door. I get in the car with Nick. I'm like, yo, what's good, bro? He's like, yo, what's good, man? He's smiling and he's talking to me, but I'm in a bad place, bro. Like, I'm not able to, like, retrieve. Like, he talking to me. He playing his mixtape in the car. And his mixtape was fire. But, like, he talking to me and shit. But I'm not listening to none of the shit he's saying, bro. I'm just focused on what could this girl possibly have to tell me that's that bad. So we eventually, it was a long drive. It was like a 25-30 minute drive, and we eventually get to the studio, and like niggas in the studio like just rapping and having a good time, going in the booth, and I'm just sitting there thinking like, bruh, like, what could she have told me? So I'm texting her, I'm like, yo, are you gonna tell me? And she just like, are you still in the studio? I'm like, yeah. And it's like weird because I would feel kind of good, but every single time I text her, I would instantly go back to feeling like shit. And like, I'm over here in the booth. It's like, yo, Ruslan, it's your time to go in the booth, man. So I'm rapping, but I'm trying to rap to like this beat. I'm like, yo, put this beat on. And then they put it on. I'm trying to rap, but I can't even rap, bro. I can't. So I'm just like, nah, man, I can't do it right now. They was like, you good, man? You been down the whole time. I'm like, man, I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm good. So I hop out the booth, and I'm sitting down, and they freestyling. They telling me to hop in and freestyle. And I did. I was freestyling. But when I freestyled, I said something about her, bro. Like, I said her name and everything. Like, niggas, like, they didn't know what was going on. But to myself, I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? This girl is really taking over my fucking life. So whatever, the studio session ends, and Nick takes me back to the crib. And as soon as I get home, bro, I'm texting her, bro. I'm texting her. I'm like, yo, what's up? She was like, you home? I'm like, yeah, I'm home. I'm home. And she was just like, all right, call me. So I called her on the phone, and she was just like, Ruslan, I really like you a lot, and honestly, I don't want to lead you on, and like this actually happened, and I'm like, what happened? What? Like I'm curious the entire time, and then she just breaks out and she says it. She's just like, okay, so you know how like we wasn't on the phone yesterday or whatever. I'm like, yeah. Like, it's good. I was on the phone with my ex. Bruh. I'm like, huh? She was just like, I was on the phone with my ex. I started crying, bruh. I was crying. Like, my eyes was turning red. I was crying so fucking hard, bro. I'm talking about them cries where, like, you gotta sniff your boogers back. I was crying, bro, because I liked it so much. I was crying. I was fucking crying, bro. That's why I don't really like showing emotions too much. You know what I'm saying? But I was crying. Then she just, like, I guess she didn't really hear me cry because she was, like, explaining herself. She was like, yeah, and he was on the phone with me or whatever, and he was telling me, like how, he want me back, and he mad that he did that. And honestly, Ruslan, like, I'm like, you still what? She's like, you crying? I'm like, no, I'm like, I ain't crying. She was like, oh, but Ruslan, I think you crying. I'm not crying, bro. Like, I instantly, like, just took all this shit. I was like, I'm not crying. Like, it just came out. And then, hey, she was just like, yeah, so he had told me, like, he want to get back with me. And I was like, I'm like, you what? Like, do you like him? Yes or no, bro? She was just like, I still kind of like him. Like, he my first love, and like, he everything to me. We was going out for like 2 years. I'm crying, bruh. I'm like, alright. I was like, and I put some noise on the phone. I made some noise, and I just hung up, bro. I was crying. That's the first person that made me cry myself to sleep, bro. Like I was crying, bro. Like crying. I get up. I go in the shower. I'm crying. I go eat. I don't even want to eat, bro. I'm fat, and you make a nigga like me not want to eat, bro. I didn't want to eat, kid. I'm crying, bro. Like, I'm crying. Like, I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm like, bro, like, bro, we were so good, bro. Bro, see, if she let me go out with her, bro, if only she had let me go with her to like this, to the mall, and I could have this on her phone, bro. I fucking bro. I'm crying. Damn, I got right into character, bro. My eyes turning red and shit. But yeah, I was fucking crying, and that's the first girl that made me fucking cry. So, but that's not when we broke up, bro. So eventually, like the next day, but I cried myself to sleep. You know, I'm like, I didn't want to talk to nobody, and I just cried myself to sleep. And then when I woke up to like a text message again that said, "Good morning, my baby," and it had heart eyes and shit. It was from her. So then, like me, I'm sucking for that's my first time, bro. So y'all just bear with me, bro. I know that was stupid, you know what I'm saying? But I just act like that shit that she told me didn't happen. Like I just liked her so fucking much, bro. Like I promise y'all, nothing like that will ever happen again. I know y'all probably looking like, what's wrong with you? But that shit would never happen again, bro. So. Like yeah, so she texts me and I text her back and I'm just like acting like shit ain't happening, you know. And like, I liked her, so that's what I wanted to do. So I texted her back. You know what I'm saying? And we was just like chopping it up, you know. Like I was acting like nothing happened, but that shit was in the back of my head the whole entire time. But you know, and she starts bringing that communication back. I guess he was just trying to play her or something. So she just like let him go and felt like, and realized I was the right guy, you know. But whatever. So eventually, like the shit start going bad again, bro. It start going bad again. Like this is where shit start fucking up. So shit start fucking up again when we lost that communication again, bro. And me, like, I liked her so fucking much. It's like when she told me she was talking, like, you know how them shits where they say like like a man doesn't know what he lost until it's about to fall away from him or something like that. And like I liked her a lot already, but when I realized she could possibly be gone by some other dude, like that's when the love couldn't even stay in my like body. That shit unraveled and just went to like fucking heaven or something. Like I liked her so much. Like knowing that she could possibly leave made me like hooked even more. I don't know why. Like that's some weird psychology. Like it just made me hooked even more. Like knowing that she could possibly not be here anymore made me like her even more, bruh. So basically, this is where I got broken up. I tried to break up with her. She ended up breaking up with me. Whatever. So eventually, the communications just started dying. And I remember one morning, like it was times when she didn't want to pick up the phone, or we barely talked throughout the day. I had to do like the dumbest shit to get her attention. Sometimes I would tell Malik like her Instagram pictures, or like kick her to see if she kick you back, and she would kick him back, but she didn't kick me, bro. And it was just so ass, bro. Oh my god. It was so ass, bro. I can't believe I put myself through that shit. Heartbreak is a bitch, bro. So I guess one day I was just fed up, and I don't know how I had the balls to do it, but I was really just doing it to see what she would say. Like I was telling myself, like, look, I'm gonna fake break up with her to see what she say. But I knew it was do or die. You know what I mean? I knew it was do or die. So I was like, yo, let me just fake break up with her to see what she said, right? So I'm in the room, and I'm just like, it's ringing. Still ringing. The person you're trying to reach is look. I'm like, man. And you know it's like bad when like somebody just click on your call, like they don't pick up your calls, or they always got an excuse on why they can't answer. Like that's where you just gotta leave that shit in the dust, bro. Like just stop. If somebody always got an excuse on why they can't pick up the phone, even when they not doing shit, like fuck them. Deadass, fuck them. So I text, I was like, yo, Jasmine, can you pick up? like I said her name. I was like, yo, can you pick up? She was just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna pick up right now. So I called her again. Hello. Hi. She's like, hey, babe. But the bae didn't really feel like a bae. Like, it didn't really feel like it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I got something to tell you, bro. She was just like, what? I was like, I think we should just take a break from each other. Oh, I remember what I said. I'm like, yo, I think we should just take a break from each other. She was like, okay. Bro, she was okay with it. She was just like, okay. I was like, oh, you're not crying. You're not asking why. You don't know, like, you're not going to try to find a way to fix it. You know, like, I was thinking there's so many different things you're supposed to be saying right now. And honestly, my mind was blown. And I cried. I cried again, bro. I cried. Like, that shit came out again. So that's when I was just like, I'm like, what you mean, okay? She was just like, I mean, if that's what you want to do, then I guess that's what it is. And I'm just like, you know, I'm trying to explain myself, and I'm just like, yeah, man, so I just be feeling like I like you way more than you like me. She's like, it's okay, don't worry, we don't gotta be together. We was like, it's cool. I'm like, bruh, like, why are you doing this? Like, that's what I'm saying in my head. Like, I'm like, and she was like, you still there? I'm just like, yeah. So like, what? You don't like me no more? She's like, I mean, I still got some feelings for you or whatever, but it's like. And then 5 minutes later, I asked her the same question. I'm just like, so you have feelings for me? She's like, honestly, nah, I don't think I got it no more. Like, I got nothing for you no more. Like, it's. But I'm just like, all right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna text you, bro. Like, I fuck with you though. You know what I'm saying? She's like, okay. So she hung up and I started crying. But I was like, no, this is not. Oh my God. I was crying. I was crying so hard. I was like, no. I love her. Oh, I love her. She's everything to me, bro. What was she doing? I was crying. I was fucking crying my eyes out, bro. Like, it was times like every night I cried, bro. I feel like a long time, like I was crying, like in the fucking couch. I was crying. I was J Cole's album, the one with the song "Is She Gonna Pop." That was the album that helped me like move in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? I called my mom. I told my mom we broke up. Like, my mom was like, it's okay, don't worry, you young, like, don't worry. Because I was in fucking 10th, I was in the 10th grade, bro. Like, well, going to 11th, like, you know what I mean? Like, but my mom was like, it's okay, you young. My sister over here telling me, like, it's okay, and like, don't worry. Like, I'm over here in the room. I'm in this room just, like, listening to Future. Like, you know, like, when you hear music, it's not the same when you got your heart broken. Like, before, it was all right. But when you start hearing shit like, fuck that bitch, and, like, shit like that, like, that shit touch you on a spiritual level. You know, like, I'm like, hey, nigga. Like, but that song wasn't, like, the song, Love. Love. That was a song that was, like, playing. And I was like, L-O-V. Like, I was just, like, feeling that shit. Like, every song started making so much sense, bro. Like, I was just in this music, and I never felt that way before, and I never wanted to feel like that again, bro. I was down in the dumps, bro. Like, I felt like she just took my heart and she sold it to a demon or something. Like, cause I didn't feel good at all. And she still had it. Like, she still had my heart. I was like, yo, I know we broken up and everything, so can you, like, give me my heart back? And she still had it. I'm like, and she broke it in front of me, bro. So I was, like, pissed. I was so pissed, bro. But this is not even, I'm gonna just tell y'all this because I'm way over it. But, like, niggas, this is something you should not be doing after a breakup. Like, don't blow that girl phone up. Don't text her. Don't be extra text. Like, I was doing that shit with that girl, bro. Like, I called her so many, like, I remember I started at 12. I kept calling her to, like, 5, bro. Like, and then her voice, like, I left so many voicemails, like, telling her how much I love her and, like, we could fix things, just give me another chance and all that shit. And, like, I left so much voicemails that they said her voicemail box was full. So now I was just calling. Just to call without any voicemails. And eventually she picked up. She's like, Ruslan, are you serious right now? She's like, I know you was not serious. I'm like, what? She's like, why you keep calling me, Ruslan? And I was just like, Cause I love you. Like, let's give it a, like, I was like in that shit for real. I was a simp. I was a bitch. I was a pussy. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was all that shit. And like, I hate that the fact I was doing that, because I would never do no shit like that ever again, bro. And she had told me straight up, I was just like, so why you would have give it another chance? And she was like, honestly, it's like my feelings was already dying. We on the phone. She was like, my feelings were already dying, and like we barely see each other. And I'm going to a new school, and I know it's gonna be like some cute niggas over there, and I don't want to like lead you. And when she said that, that's what really helped me like get over her. I was like, yeah, you a thought ass. Like, she not a thought. She not a thought. Like, she a very well put together young lady. She even have a boyfriend and all of that. Like, she's a great young lady. It's been years, so I'm good. Like, I'm good. I think I was good after like the second month. I was good, bro. But it was like, yeah, I was good after the second month. But like, when she said that, that's what made me realize. I was just like, bro, fuck her. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was still hurt, obviously. But it was like the J. Cole album, and like me hanging with friends and playing basketball, and the fact that she said those words, that actually pushed me to like leave her the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, and really, like, girls, if your ex-boyfriend call you a bitch, a hoe, or a slut afterwards, after y'all break up, it's not because he disrespecting you. That's just his way on moving on. Like, if you know, like, she was a good girl, you're not gonna keep thinking she a good girl, because you're gonna be like, damn, I lost a good girl. You gotta make her seem negative so you can seem high. So you gonna call her a bitch. She was a bitch and a slut and a cunt anyway. I don't even know why I cuffed that hoe. So that made you feel like it's making you feel like why I even did it in the first place. It's a defense mechanism. It just helps you move on. That's all it is. So don't get too offended when they say shit like that. I know you should, but like, understand his situation, you know what I mean? So I ain't call her none of that. But I was calling her that in my head, but like, really, she wasn't none of that. And like, we ended up being friends for a little bit after, and I just wanted to be friends with her because I still wanted to talk to her, and I thought she was cool. But that's not the good thing to do. You gotta wait till you like completely over the person, and then I guess you could be friends with them. But like, if you still got feelings and shit, like, it's not gonna be easy, bro. Especially if you see her get a boyfriend in front of you, or you see her on Instagram and niggas liking and commenting on her pictures and all that shit. Like, that's not the best thing to do, bro. So your best bet is to leave that shit alone, bro. Leave that shit alone. And like, some advice I give some of y'all niggas out here is like, if you an ugly nigga, or any nigga in general, but mostly for like ugly niggas, is 4 ways to get a girl to like you, bro. These are the keys to a girl heart. Laughter is the key to a girl heart. Laughter is the key to a girl's heart. Food, time, and flirtation. That's it. If you have these 4 components, you could get any girl you want. Trust me, I abide by these rules. And look at me, bro. I'm not cute, but I still get bitches though, and it's because that's all. I don't buy food for every girl, but once you laugh, once you're able to make a girl laugh, which means you make her happy, you buy her food, like, you fill her with pleasure, you fill her with food, and if you spend a lot of time with her, like, you talk to her a lot, have meaningful conversations with her, she don't really have time to talk to other people but you. Like, even if you catch her in the hallway going to the bathroom, say what's good. Like, always put your face in front of her so she can't forget you. And every time she remembers you, you're making her laugh, or you bought her some food. I'm not saying buy food all the time, but you bought her some food, and make sure you flirt. Because if you don't flirt, those like spending time with her, buying her food, and making her laugh could easily lead you into the friend zone. But once you start flirting, that's when she's gonna like you, bro. And that's some advice from Girl He Funny Gang, you know what I'm saying? But that's basically the story about how I got my heart broken, and I was crying, like, I was crying my fucking eyes out. I was laying down in the bed crying, turned into a slob. Like, I told my mom, my sister, everybody. I told Malik, and Malik was just like, you good? Like, just make sure you get over it. And like, I was just done, bro. I was just done. Like, I was done. But thank God I got over that shit. I'm a happy ass nigga, and she made me feel like that. That's some ass shit. But I'm good now. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Girl He Funny Gang, we back at it. We lit. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I don't even know how to do this outro shit. How do you do this outro? I'm going to do it like how I be seeing like other people do it. All right, you already know what time it is. Girl He Funny Gang. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your mom, your dad. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. And fuck with your boy. And we out.